Aryan. There are nexuses, casual relationships that cannot be separated. He wants. What is this you are writing? Miksha, Ritu, Anubhav, Aryan. All right. Yes, Ritu, he is into this. Yes. Good afternoon, everyone. All right. So you all are here. We don't have to wait for anyone. Others will keep joining or watching later. We'll start with reported speech, and we are going to have 2-3 sessions because we'll go do a quick revision, and Amrita is also here today, Ananya. All right, so we'll do quick revisions because first we'll do a few rules very quickly. I won't go into details. In fact, I will put the link of the previous videos so that if anyone has a doubt of whatever I'm speaking and you're not understanding, you can very well go back and look into those videos. And because then today we'll do few rules and the changes that take place when we change from one speech to the other, and then we'll move on tomorrow. Then we will come back with declarative, or if we have time today only we can start, because we need to know the rules of declarative. Hundreds of videos on all topics are covered. Yeah, that is what. But children still, they don't watch and they still go wrong. All right, so let us not waste time. Today our topic is reported speech. All right. What is reported speech? Whenever we hear someone talking, what is a report actually? Report is a particular incident that has taken place and we write about it. Alright, so we write later on about an incident that took place. So that is always a report. We get our report cards, result cards, right? We get our result cards after our performance. So we get a report of whatever we have done. Alright, so we have some new customer here, new person here who probably will keep disturbing, I feel. We have to ignore him, alright. And reported speech is also always what we have heard someone else speaking and we either repeat the sentence of the speaker in the same words, hello Kanishka, or we say it, his words in our way. So that is, yeah. So what is direct speech? Direct speech is when we repeat the exact words of the speaker. Alright, words of the speaker, we put them in inverted commas, and in direct speech we have all punctuation marks. So here we have punctuation marks. So then we come to know whether the sentence is a question, whether the sentence is a question, whether it is an exclamatory sentence, whether it is a command, it is a suggestion, it is a request, whatever, right? And indirect speech. What is indirect speech? Indirect speech is when we say the speaker's words in our words. Alright, so we do not repeat the exact words. In fact, we say it in our way. There are no inverted commas and there are no punctuation marks. Only at the end we put a full stop. Right? Always when we change from one tense to other, we have to keep few things in mind. I know you people are aware of all of that. Yes, exactly, Miksha. Yes, Anubhav. You all are aware, but still, let us quickly see what changes take place whenever we transform from direct to indirect speech. Then there are change in tenses, there are change in pronouns, and there are change in the time words. Alright, so let's quickly see all of that. And also we'll see the parts of the sentence, what actually they are and what is the difference between direct and indirect. Suppose the sentence is, Anubhav said, alright, comma, inverted comma, open, I am baking a cake. Let us quickly see what are the different things here. Anubhav is the subject. Alright. Said is the introductory word. Introductory verb. Right. This is the comma after the introductory word. So here this is very important. And this is the inverted comma that tells us that we are repeating the these words are the words spoken by the speaker, right? I is the first person, alright? I is the first person. So this way, we have to make changes. So we should know what is what. Here this is the tense. So here this is the tense, and in this particular sentence it is present continuous. Alright, so this is present continuous, right? And a cake is the object, and this is the inverted comma that ends at the end, right? So we need to know all this because we have to bring about changes, right? Now what do we change? We change the tense, we change the introductory verb, we remove this, we put a that in between, right? Good afternoon Doha, doesn't matter, I've just started. And this is the tense, the object remains the same. So let us see what all we have to change. These are the different things that I wanted you to know. Let us rub this. This sentence we will do once again. Alright? So let us see the different things that we have to change. This I was actually informing you what is introductory verb, what is subject, what are the tense places that we need to change. Alright, now when the sentence is, let us start with number one thing. Let us first talk about introductory verbs. First we'll see how introductory verbs change. Now if the sentence is, let me change the name. Doha is here. Doha says. Now this is present tense. Alright, present tense introductory verb. Doha says, comma, inverted comma open, I like cakes. Alright. Now when we change, when there is says over here, we have to remember when it is in present tense, then this tense also remains in present tense. It does not change. Alright, says. So Doha says, this remains same, and because it is present tense, the tense here inside the inverted comma will also remain same. The only thing is that we will write that over here. Alright, Doha says that we will remove this comma, we will remove this inverted comma, and then we will write Doha says that she, because this is I, this is first person. I will explain the change in pronouns separately also, but this is I and this I is Doha. Doha is a girl, so we write she over here, right? Doha says that she likes. Present tense will remain present tense only because it was Doha here, so we wrote Doha, I like. With I it is always like, but with she it is likes. We have done this in subject verb agreement if you remember. Alright, that was our live session 1 of Grammar Marathon. So Doha says that she likes cakes. Alright, so whenever it is present tense here, the introductory verb is in present tense, this tense also remains the same. Alright, only thing is we remove these two inverted comma and comma, and at the end also we remove it. This sentence will end only with a full stop. Right? Alright, now when the sentence is Miksha will say, alright, whenever the sentence is Miksha will say, right, Miksha will say, comma, inverted comma open, she loves watching films, full stop, inverted comma open. Now here it is Miksha will say, this again will remain the same. So we'll write Miksha will say, we'll remove comma and inverted comma, we'll put that, Miksha will say that she loves watching films, rest everything remains same, and we remove the inverted comma. Alright? Any problem anyone till here? Alright. Yes, we'll talk about this. Yes, this is third person remains third person. I'll explain this again. So I'm rubbing this because this was says and will say. So whenever there is will say or there is says, this remains the same, and in fact the words inside the inverted comma, they also remain in the same tense. Alright? Now let's move on to other introductory verbs. Alright. The other introductory verb is if the sentence is Ananya. Alright? Said, comma, inverted comma, open. It is hot. Alright? Here, Ananya we copy said with said. This remains the same. Said means, what is said? Said is what? Said is what? Say, said, said. So the past tense form is said. So when the introductory verb becomes said, alright, it will remain said, and then we understand that after putting that we have to change the tense here. So it was hot. Yes, very good. You all have written. Ananya said it was hot. Very good. Miksha, Doha, yes. Shreya, everyone. Now if it is Ananya said to Ritu, alright, comma, inverted comma, open, it was hot, then said to becomes told. So our sentence becomes Ananya told Ritu that it. Now here it is already past tense. We all know that present tense turns to past tense. Past tense turns to what? Past perfect. So here it becomes had been hot. Alright, said to becomes told, and here since it is already past tense, see here it was present tense was changed into past tense, and when it is already past tense, then past tense changes into past perfect. Right? Right? Ananya told Ritu that it had been hot. Clear? Yes, Shreya, very good, very good. Alright, shall I rub this? Now sometimes in some books, children often tell me, ma'am, it is already written told, so then told remains told. We don't have to mention that. Says remains says. Said to, why been? See, is Tanishka, is, am, are, was, were, all these are forms of be. Alright, so when we have to change any of these are changed into these, right? But if we have to change them, the past tense, present tense changes to past tense. When past tense has to be changed, then always it becomes past perfect. Whenever it is past perfect, we write had, this is the rule, and verb 3. So in verb 3 of be form, it becomes be. Alright? Right? Alright. Then if it is, let us do all the introductory verbs together. Now if it is an imperative sentence. What is imperative sentence? Imperative sentences are either commands. What are imperative sentences? They are commands, they are requests, they are orders. Orders and commands is almost same thing. There is suggestion. Alright. So then the introductory verb changes according to the sentence. Alright. Introductory verb, when we change from direct to indirect, then it changes according to the sentence. Now let us go through few sentences. This is all about the introductory verbs. Alright. So if the sentence is, we have Tanishka also here. Let's write Tanishka's name. Tanishka said to Shreya, comma, inverted comma, open, please help me with my work. So here, please shows that this is an imperative sentence and it is an imperative sentence of request. So here the introductory verb will change accordingly. So it becomes Tanishka requested, yes, you all have written, requested Shreya. Alright, so said to is removed, this becomes here Shreya. To. Now in imperative sentences, we need to remember that no that is put, that is not put in imperative sentences. So it becomes Tanishka requested Shreya to help her with her work. Alright? Yeah, we do not put that. In place of that, we put to plus verb. What is to plus verb? It is infinitive. Infinitive. To grow, to help, to cut, to eat. All these are infinitives. To plus verb is infinitive. Alright, so that is not put. In fact, we put an infinitive. Infinitive is to plus verb. Okay, this was a request. Now let us do two more sentences of different types. Let us use one sentence of order or a command or something. Let's write an intruder. Alright, said to the narrator. Intruder is a person who enters your house without permission, who breaks into your house. An intruder said to the narrator, get out of here. Alright, now he is ordering. Right? No, a burglar is a person who breaks into the house and steals your things. Intruder is a person who comes in without invited. Alright, today in our channel also we have an intruder. Alright, so that way, if someone comes into your house and he's an uninvited person, you have not invited that person is an intruder. Alright, and then he comes and disturbs and creates nuisance. Alright, so you have in class 9, the last chapter, if I were you, we have an intruder in that chapter. Alright, so here it becomes an intruder ordered or commanded the narrator to get out of, as you all know, here is changed into there, right? All right. Okay, rubbing this. If I am warning someone, suppose the sentence is the electrician, alright, the electrician said to the lady, comma, inverted comma, open, don't touch the switch with wet hands. Alright, so then this changes this way, the electrician don't touch, so the person is warning, alright, warned, we can also say instructed the lady not to touch the switch with wet hands. Don't becomes not to. Alright? Not to touch. To touch is already imperative, but because there was a don't, so we have to write a not here. Yes, lady, not to touch. Make sure it was not to, not, yeah, not to touch. Alright? So this was regarding imperative sentences. Now let us quickly see when it is interrogative. Alright? We'll do introductory verbs today, I think, and then tomorrow we'll do second part. I think in 3 sessions things will be clear. Alright, so next is when we start an interrogative sentence. Now if the sentence is the teacher said to the student, comma, inverted comma, open, where are your books? So here we all know that said to becomes asked or enquired. And now since we have started this, let me just quickly tell you, because I'll do in the second part also, part 2 session tomorrow. Whenever there is a WH question word, what are WH question words? WH question words are when, where, what, how, who, whom, for whom, then even HOW, how is also there. Alright, all these WH words are, whenever the question starts here with WH word, we have to copy it down. Now let us see how it is. The teacher asked the student where were, the teacher asked the student where were his books. Yes, there is no that over here, there is no infinitive over here, and in fact whenever it is starting with the WH question word, the same WH question word is copied here and the other changes are made. But in case there are sentences when they do not start with them, in fact they start with other helping verbs, there are sentences that start with was, is, alright. So yeah, there are so many sentences which start differently. Now let us make changes here. in this sentence only and see how it will change. How it will change. The teacher said to the student, comma, inverted comma, open, are you going to attend the class tomorrow? Alright, now when it starts with another word, it is not a WH question word, it has started with R, then the rule changes. And in place, someone is calling me again and again, talk to him after 10 minutes. Alright, the teacher asked the student. Now whenever there is a different question word, in fact there is no WH question word, then we write if or whether. The teacher asks the student if the student is he or she, according to that, student is a common noun, so here we can write any of them. If he was, or if they were, but he is asking one student, so we can write he or she. He was going to attend the class tomorrow becomes the next day. Yes, the next day. Very good. Doha, you remember everything very well. Anubhav, Miksha, Ananya, everyone. Alright, the teacher asks the student if. So, whenever it is starting with a helping verb, the question word is starting with that, then we write. How do I write? Then we write if or whether. Right? And next day, the following day is also correct. Yes, Tanishka. Yes, that is also correct. Now, let us move on to, we have done declarative, we have done imperative, we have done interrogative. Now, the fourth one is exclamatory. Quickly, we'll do that and then we'll wind up the session. Alright? Thank you everyone for cooperating and not giving a damn to this, the intruder who is here. All right, again, this person is calling me again and again. Yes, Anubhav, very correctly you remember. It is always exclaimed with, yes, very good. So if the sentence is, Anubhav said to Ananya, comma, inverted comma, open, give a sentence. Yes, with, let's do this, bravo. Alright, you have won the trophy. So in such sentences, when there is exclamation mark, we do not mention this. In fact, we report Anubhav exclaimed with joy, delight, excitement, happiness. It can be anything. Alright? It can be anything. Delight that Ananya had won the trophy. Alright, exclaimed with joy, delight, happiness, excitement. Right? We can write any of them. That Ananya had won the trophy. Very good. Exclaimed with joy that Ananya. Very good. Doha, Anubhav, everyone. Suppose it is a matter of sadness. Suppose there is a laugh over there. Alright. So if the sentence is Miksha said to Tanishka, comma, alas, I have lost my bag. Alright, so then this sentence is Miksha exclaimed with grief, sadness, any of them we can write, that exclaimed to Tanishka, we have to name her, that she had lost her bag. Doha, Dumbledore said, alas, the candy was ear wax flavored. Alas, today we have lost a great student. Alright. Okay, so this we have done the introductory verbs changes from direct to indirect, and in fact we have done other things also. We have talked about infinitive, we have talked about the time words, we have talked about other things also, but tomorrow we'll start continuing this. We will not do this, all of this again. We'll continue and we'll go on to the change of tenses, change of pronouns, time words, and then we'll do different types of sentences. Alright, take good care of yourself. We'll meet tomorrow same time, 1 o'clock. Right? Any queries, please put them in your comment section. Right? Thank you. Bye.